Hello, I'm David Hardesty, and I want to welcome you to Taxation of Electronic Commerce. Thank you for choosing my course. I know that you had a lot of interesting options to choose from, and I'm happy that you chose mine. This course is about how a particular way of doing business is taxed. That business is electronic commerce. Over the next 16 weeks, we will focus our attention on how companies and customers are taxed when they buy and sell products and services over the internet. Now, let me preface this introductory lecture by saying that I have been working with taxation of electronic commerce and online companies for about 15 years, and I find it one of the most fascinating topics in taxation. However, that's only me, and I'm kind of a tax geek, so my goal is not to turn you into an e-commerce taxation fanatic, unless you actually want to be one. My goal is instead to sensitize you to issues that an online company will face, so that the next time one of these issues surfaces, you will recognize it and say, aha, this is something important. Let me look into it further. In this course, we will study all manner of taxation affecting online companies, including domestic and international income tax, sales tax, state income tax, and value-added tax. Because we are covering so many different tax rules, we will be limited in how deep we can go into any particular set of rules. So, in most cases, we will cover the basics and then examine those rules that are of particular concern to companies doing business online. For example, state sales tax is a vast area of taxation worthy of an entire course. In our course, however, we will spend only 2 weeks on sales tax, and our study will be limited primarily to 2 areas: whether an online company is required to collect tax in a particular state, and the types of products and services that are taxable when sold online. These are the 2 primary areas of concern for online companies. The text for this course is Electronic Commerce Taxation and Planning. This is a large book, and I cannot expect you to fully absorb everything in it. Please think of this as a reference book like the code and the regulations. This is an online course, so the times at which you choose to study and the way you choose to learn are up to you. That being said, there are certain things you need to do in this course. We can all agree that at the end of the course you need to know certain things in order to meet the learning objectives of the course. That is, after all, the purpose of the course. In addition, I have to verify that you've achieved these goals, and I have to award you a grade based on how well you have achieved them. So, the course of activities are designed around providing you with the goals of the course, identifying the study materials designed to allow you to achieve those goals, and then evaluating your work. The learning goals are set out in the online lectures, both the introductory lectures and the lectures accompanying each of the 14 learning units. The lectures are both audio, video, and written. Each written lecture is exactly the same content as the audio video lecture. That is, each written lecture provides the script for the audio video lecture. The lectures are meant to provide students with goals for each learning unit, a high level of discussion of each topic, and a syllabus or guide to what to read in the text and the code and regulations. Now, some students prefer to use the written lecture only, and some read the lecture and watch the video. This is your choice. However, studies have shown that you absorb the material better when you access it in more than one way. So in theory, reading the lecture and then watching and listening to the lecture should enhance your understanding of the material. An important part of the course is the online discussion board. This is a written discussion area of the course where you get to interact with the material, with the other students, and with me. These discussions are another way of presenting the material to you, but in an indirect way. Each discussion involves a fact situation and then asks you to identify and talk about issues presented by that fact situation. In these discussions, students lead the way. What I want to do as soon as possible is to get you to begin acting like a consultant to an online company and identifying and resolving issues that the company will face. In addition to the online discussion board, I run a weekly live online chat. This is done using Whiteboard. I moderate the online chat and you can both see me and hear me. These are open chats. While I do provide problems to discuss, students are free to talk about any course-related material they want. To participate live in the chat, students need only a microphone connected to a personal computer. Ambitious students will also use a webcam so that they can be seen by the other participants. What I'm trying to do with the weekly chat is to replicate some of the classroom experience. Audio-video chat is not the same as a classroom, but students who participate do find it a rewarding experience. Community is an important part of the learning experience. Students are likely to be more motivated when they interact with others in connection with a particular task, a particular learning task. Let's be honest, in a 16-week course online, you need all of the motivation you can get. 16 weeks is a very long time. The online discussions and the online chat are two ways of building community. Evaluation of your progress is ongoing and is done in several ways. There are weekly quizzes that focus on key learning goals for each week. While the quiz scores count toward your final grade, the primary purpose of the quizzes is to help you evaluate whether you are learning the material. Your weekly participation in the online discussion board, not the online chat, counts toward your final grade. I've seen a direct correlation between the quality of students' online discussion and their performance in exams. Students who hone their thinking about the course material in the online discussions tend to do well on quizzes and exams. Experimenting with new material in the discussions in front of me and the other students may seem a bit intimidating at first. I understand this. And I will provide clear standards on what I'm looking for each week. I want to assure you that if you're in the discussion and follow my lead, you will do well. Learning a new skill is a trial and error process. If you get something wrong in a discussion, this is just part of the learning process, and any critique you receive from me or your fellow students does not in any way diminish our respect for you. I know how hard it is to put yourself out there, and I applaud your courage for doing so. With practice in the discussion boards, by the end of the course, I know that each of you will be able to analyze and discuss real-life e-commerce tax issues with confidence. Finally, there are midterm and final exams, both proctored. So this is the course. There are separate introductory lectures for writing for the course and the organization of the course and the content of the course. So welcome to the class, and I look forward to interacting with you for the next 16 weeks.